Good morning, students. I am Mrs. Poonam Singh here for your GK class. And today's topic is Ajanta Ellora Caves. We are going to study about Ajanta and Ellora Caves. Why? Because this is our historical monuments. Okay? This is our historical monuments. If we will study these about these monuments, we will come to know that how rich India was in art and culture. Because these monuments, Khajuraho group of monuments, Ajanta Ellora caves, these are having stone carving art. And both the places are related to Jain and Hindu. Now I am showing you the slides. See here, Ajanta and Ellora caves, considered to be one of the finest examples of ancient rock cut caves. Means rock is cut and made caves. Are located near Aurangabad in Maharashtra, India. Ajanta and Ellora caves complex is adorned with beautiful sculptures, paintings, frescoes, and include Buddhist monasteries, Hindu and Jain temples. Temples and monasteries keep it beside, but main thing is it is adorned with beautiful stone carving, rock cut caves, sculptures, paintings. These are the things for which Ajanta and Ellora caves are known. I am showing you, see. In this picture, if you will see these pillars, if you will go there from here, it is not visible very nicely. But if you will go to visit Ajanta and Ellora caves, you will see here also a stone is carved and beautiful pictures are made. Pictures of human beings are also carved in that. The caves includes paintings and rock cut sculptures, described as among the finest surviving examples of ancient Indian art. Particularly expensive paintings, expressive paintings, not expensive, it is expressive paintings. Paintings which say something. When we tell you to make faces of angry face, sad face, that is the expression. Like that only here is the expressive painting that present emotions through the gestures, pose, forms. They are universally regarded as masterpiece of the Buddhist religious art. When in dance class, my dear, you will see teachers are telling give expression. Like that only in this painting, in this stone carving, rock cut pyramids, it shows the expressions, emotions. It shows the expression, emotions, gestures, pose. That is the reason why they are universally regarded as masterpieces of Buddhist religious art. Because here is the temples and monasteries of Hindu, Jain and Buddhist. Now see, in this picture also, so the stone carving is not very clear, but this is the picture of Ajanta Ellora caves. Ajanta and Ellora caves. Now see, Ajanta caves are home to painting and sculptures. That depict heavy influence of Buddhist philosophy and religious teachings of Buddha. Various incidents from the life of Gautam Buddha and the Jataka tales are represented and recreated on the walls of these caves. Buddha was, you all are not knowing the story, actually Buddha was the prince and he went in search of knowledge. And after gaining the knowledge, he understood that nothing is going to hurt us in this world means nothing is that will live forever. So we should not be very sad in the bad situation and very happy in the good situation. Okay? If it is life, good and bad will go on. This is the message of Gautam Buddha. Now see, here are some question and answers related to this Ajanta and Ellora caves. Where is Ajanta and Ellora caves located? And we will, while writing the answer, we will start from here. Ajanta and Ellora caves, and then we will add are located in and Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Aurangabad is a city in the state Maharashtra. And we will add here in Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Now see the next question. To which religion do these caves belong? And already we have read that these caves belongs to, from here T will be capital, from here this caves belong will turn into belongs to Hindu, Jain and Buddhist religion, isn't it? Now see, here are some more questions which you have to revise, and it is who am I? Means clues are given and you have to answer these clues. Clear? I am a fruit. I am a fruit with large seed inside a hard cover. And the fruit with large seed inside a hard cover is called stone fruit. I was the first Vice President of India. And who was the first Vice President of India, my dear? He was Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, who later became the second President of India. He was the first Vice President. Answer will be I was the first Governor General of Independent India. And who was the first Governor General of Independent India? C. Rajagopalachari. C. Rajagopalachari was because in British rule there was the post of Governor General, but when India became independent that post was till there, but after that we are having Prime Minister and President, not the Governor General. So he was the first Governor General of independent India. I give you silk yarn. And who gives us silk yarn? Silkworm. So you will write here silkworm. I was the first Indian to get the Nobel Prize. And who was the first Indian to get the Nobel Prize, my dear? He was Rabindranath Tagore. And for which, what he got? He got Nobel Prize in Literature for the book Gitanjali. I was the first Indian to climb the Mount Everest. And who was the first Indian to climb the Mount Everest, my dear? First Indian to climb the Mount Everest was Indo-Nepali. Okay? And he was Tenzing Norgay. With his partner Edmund Hillary, he went. What is the name? Two friends, Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary, went. But he was the first one to step on the Everest peak. Thank you, my dear, for watching this video. Bye bye. Hope you all are fit and fine.